Now for weather.
Well, we've had some awesome sports today. We had awesome weather as well. If you like it a little warm, I know some folks are just pining for the clouds and a little bit of rain. We're going to get that. This is definitely way warmer than what we usually bring in for the month of October. But while it's here, hopefully you got outside, you got to enjoy it, maybe go for a really nice long bike ride, or just sit outdoors and hang out with some friends. 87 was the high today, so that was a record. 87 come out of Vancouver today. We had a few records across Willamette Valley. It was cooler for the Oregon coast, so if you're in Florence and you wanted to warm on up, come on over, head into the Willamette Valley. You'll find some warmer air well above our average today, as I mentioned. All right, so 87 degrees, that was the record high for today. The previous record was 82. Another one that we broke was 85 coming out of Troutdale. Previous record there was also 82 in 1996. Well, here's the shot coming out of Kalama. Here's the amphitheater right here. You have the Columbia River. It's a little dark, but just a wonderful place to go and hang out. It's kind of tiered, and then you have usually that little walkway to some of the ships that are in place. Okay, so here's what we have going on for tomorrow. We're back into the heat. It's just hanging out over the top of us. We don't really have anything to really stir in or, you know, kind of force in some cold air. It's just going to be a ridge. It's holding, standing pat, and it is going to keep us nice and warm. So I think we're back to maybe some record warmth for tomorrow. You keep the shorts, the t-shirts, all that. You could keep it going. We do have some wildfire smoke kind of in the air, so a bit of a haze. And if you're sensitive to that, you may want to just limit your activity for tomorrow because air quality has been down. And the next chance for rain, this is a big question. I think it's going to maybe arrive late Monday night, but it's just such a low probability for any sort of rain. It might just be a few drops. A soaking rain, that's not in the forecast yet. Satellite radar keeping us nice and dry. There's a ridge that's forming. There's some action there, but nothing to really penetrate through that ridge to get to us. So we're going to stay dry. The drought monitor now has just about everybody in this dry category for that exception of that little sliver down there in the southwest corner of Oregon. So because we haven't had much rain there in September and a couple months before that, and now October, we're kind of falling back to our old ways, and we don't want to see that. All right, here's another way to visualize that ridge. It's just blocking everything from moving on in. Now, yeah, Monday night and Tuesday, we have this little trough that moves right on through. It's just going to skirt probably eastern Washington, Oregon, so it'll help cool us down. It's likely not going to bring in much rain for us. All right, dense fog advisory for the Oregon coast until 11 a.m. tomorrow. Notice here in Portland, we're nice and clear, 67 degrees. And yeah, we're going to cool down to probably the 50s, but I don't expect us to really see that fog form like we have had the last couple of mornings, or just the low clouds. Notice that visibility shouldn't take much of a hit through the morning and heading into tomorrow morning. This is our foggy season. This is actually when we see the most fog, is in the month of October, when we start to bring in some cooler air, a little bit of moisture in the Willamette Valley, and it leads to fog. But the next couple of months, heading through the winter and early spring, that's when we usually see the foggiest moments. Oregon coast tomorrow in the 60s, morning fog, afternoon sunshine. The Willamette Valley, temperatures in the mid-80s there with nothing but sunshine for us. Along the gorge in the mountains, temperatures in the 80s, even up in Government Camp, right around the upper 70s there. And through central and eastern Oregon, I have temperatures warming up to about the mid-80s as well, and maybe a couple 70s. So just a really great forecast, right? Okay, there's that little icon for maybe some very light rain Monday night into Tuesday, but as I mentioned, most should be dry. What's nice is the temperatures in the overnight are still nice and cool, so if your house gets a little warm, you can crack the windows open. We're back into the upper 70s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, guys. It's going to be really nice out there. Temperatures even pushing maybe 80 degrees by next weekend. All right, we'll be back on the other side of the break. We'll see you there.